It has a very nondescript, agreeable looks. It is comfortable and it's very quiet on the inside. And as a wagon, it draws a lot of practicality from its unpretentious styling with great space for passengers and a large 495-litre boot. Now, on top of these qualities, it also has a good range of 400 kilometers. Underneath this, the only surprise might be its performance since the car has 260 Newton-meters of
Nondescript, unpretentious. These aren't necessarily words that you associate with one of our cars of the year. Yet it is. So what gives?
Now perhaps it's precisely that which makes this our electric newcomer car of the year 2022. Now, as we all move down the electrification timeline for cars, we can all say that we like fast, flashy, super sports cars. But how many of us can say that we truly own one? Well, that's because the truth is, it's not that practical to own and run one. But this MG5 is the car not just for the few, but for the many. It is a car that doesn't just win awards, but is practical and attainable too. At some $70,000 plus before COE, this is a rather affordable Category B EV. It's powered by a single motor sending power to the front wheels, and in fact, it's the only electric vehicle station wagon you can find in Singapore right now.
That means 495 litres worth of boot space. You could fit a family's weekend away in that space and not even touch the seating room. At 4.5 meters long, 1.8 meters wide, and 1.5 meters tall, the MG5 gives plenty of presence on the road with space for plenty of booty to haul. The single electric motor pushes out some 154 to 160 brake horsepower, depending on the trim and battery, with 260 to 280 Newton meters of torque. For an everyday car, that's plenty fast. It completes the Century Sprint in 8.8 seconds.
8.8 seconds. Is 8.8 seconds fast? No, I don't think so. Is it slow? It's not slow either. But in Singapore, unless you're on a racetrack, do you ever really need to be fast? You need to feel fast. Now that may sound counterintuitive, but with this electric vehicle, you get 280 Newton meters of instant torque. And with that, you can overtake as easily as. And that's the important thing. That's what you need. I'll tell you what driving this MG5 feels like. If I'm driving an ICE car, a conventional petrol car, it feels like I'm driving in Sport Plus Pro Max mode. Like, the pedal response is there, there's power when you need it, and because of the regenerative braking, when you let off, you feel it start to slow down. It's almost like driving at 4,000, 5,000 RPMs in a petrol car. And that's what you get inside an MG. That's what you get inside an MG5 EV. It's instant power, even with its massive caboose. And it still holds its own around the corners. It's an everyday car. It's an everyday electric vehicle with station wagon capability. And you don't feel the guilt of burning that petrol and like a sports car. But you still get some of that power when you want it. And in a petrol car, unless you're on a super spirited drive, that's not something that you want all the time because it gives you higher wear and tear, and it's also not great for fuel consumption. But that's for a petrol vehicle. It's a big no-no. For an EV, maybe a yes, because you're making use of the instant torque all the time, and when you don't want to, you're getting that power back in regenerative braking so that you can go further.
KERS, Kinetic Energy Recovery System. That means, in simpler English, regenerative braking. But that's nothing new. All EVs and even some hybrids today carry regenerative braking.
Now this may sound like something simple, but it's something that some of the brands may miss out on. By MG delivering this little switch that says KERS, it gives me the luxury of choosing what level of regenerative braking I want, whether it's 1, 2, or 3. Now 1 means that when I lift off the accelerator, it claws back a little less energy, but it comes to a gentle roll. But on 3, it may be a little bit harsher, but it claws back more energy. Now this is what the MG delivers. Whether it's levels 1, 2, or 3, you want the luxury to have that option. And it's the little differences inside this MG5 that make it such a wonderful car to drive. And even though it is our electric newcomer car of the year, it's received an update. So this version of the MG5 will come with a full suite of safety systems, including smart cruise control, lane keeping assist, and more. So what's not to like? the end of the day, it's still a car. It's an electric vehicle by MG, but it feels like a car. The moment you get inside, you sit down, you know where everything is, it feels like a car. You still have your instrument cluster, and the instrument cluster is done well. So it's half analog, half digital, but the way they've implemented it, it looks fantastic by extending the round of that gauge. And that is what I like about a good car. It doesn't have to be super wasteful or super luxurious. What they do is make simple, look good, and feel good. And that's exactly what this MG does. Now, when some other brands take an electric vehicle to mean a world of difference, the MG keeps it classy and it looks just like any other car on the road. In terms of its fitting, its center console, this gloss black plastic here, you get Android Auto, and the way they've machined this metal, it looks upmarket and it feels upmarket. So it's something that getting into your car every single day will feel good. It makes you feel happy. It makes you happy to drive this. And that's why this MG is one of the winners. Now, granted that the floor inside this MG5 is rather high, but that's to be expected because it's a battery electric vehicle. Your battery is underneath. But what it does for this car is keep its center of gravity low. So when you do toss it around the bends or go over humps, the way the suspension in the car is set up, it's actually pretty smooth. Now, this MG5 gives you a WLTP range of 400 kilometers, but when it's fully charged, you can get 450 on the dash. And with 50 kilowatt DC fast charging, 0 to 80% takes just 40 minutes. That's about how much time you need to finish a meal. All charged up. Zero emissions, practical, affordable, and safe. Is it any wonder it's our electric newcomer car of the year 2022? I don't think so.